Hey everybody, Miss Jamie here. Today I'm stopping by to show you how to make some of the craft for this week for brown bear. So the first one we're going to start with is we're going to make a brown bear. And you need a paper plate. You need either brown paint or you could use brown marker, brown crayon, whatever one you would like. So first you're going to start off by, I'm going to start off by making eyes. I'm going to use a marker to make eyes. You could also use paper if you want to, or any writing tool. So I'm going to make 2 circles just like that, and then I'm going to make circles in the middle. So my bear has blue eyes, and then I'm going to give him a nose like that. Okay, so that's the first part. Then I'm going to take some paint. I'm going to set my paint on a separate piece of paper or a separate paper plate if you want. And I'm going to paint with a fork today. So I'm just going to put a little on my paper here. And then I'm going to take my fork, dip it in my paint over here like so. Make sure that my fork has paint all over it. And then I'm just going to start painting like this. Bring in my fork. And you want to get the whole thing. You can get by the eyes, but maybe not on the eyes because you don't want to cover his eyes up. I already covered his nose up. So I'm going to pour a little more paint. It looks like I need a little more. And just do some more. And you can cover them all up. He can be a hairy brown bear, or he could be a brown bear that's shedding. However you want your brown bear to look. Now if you don't want to use a plastic fork, you could use a paintbrush. If you happen to have finger paint, you can use your fingers. Or, like I said, you can color it. So fill them in here. Or you could do both. That's kind of cool. You just fill them in here a little bit. I guess I didn't have enough brown paint. So like so. But he's missing something. He's missing these. His ears. So I did make some ears. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on them. Like so. And I'm going to go ahead and glue them on up top. 1. He's got 2 ears like we do. 2. And there is my brown bear. Okay. So that's craft number 1. Number 2 is we're going to make a rainbow chain. And on our brown bear book, and your rainbow chain can go in any order that you want. I'm just going to happen to make mine in order of the book. So the first animal we saw was brown bear. So what I did is I just took the paper and I cut. So you can draw the kiddos a line and they can practice cutting with their scissors. Or if you don't have scissors at home from them, you can go ahead and cut for them. But they could take the paper and you just fold it in half. It doesn't have to be perfect. Fold it in half, and you can either use your stapler and put a staple in there, or you can use your tape, or you can glue the ends together and use your glue, whichever one you have. Okay. Then after brown bear came the red bird. So I'm going to take my red piece and I'm going to put it in, one of our core words, in. And I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to staple it. And Redbird saw the yellow duck. So I'm going to put that one in. Fold it over. And staple. And yellow duck, the duck saw the blue horse. Again, I'm going to put in. Those are 2 core words that we could use. And I'm going to fold it up and staple. Okay, and I'm going to keep on going until I get through the green frog, purple cat, black sheep, white dog, and orange fish. And I'm going to have a long chain. Your papers can be any size you want to cut them at. And then you could even practice ripping these off every day during the week. So that's another good skill for your fine motors. Taking your pincer grasp, holding it together, and pulling and ripping. You could do that too. So you make a chain. Okay. The last one on here, you could do it 2 ways. There is a sheet on there that if you can get it to, you can copy it and then paste it and print it. You can have the kids color the sheets with the correct color. So brown bear's brown, red bird's red. And you could have your, my table space is getting a little crowded. Sorry, I knew I had my stuff. But you could take a hole puncher if you want. And you can have them work on. Now this one's nice and simple. It's easy to push down. Some of those are harder, so moms and dads may need to do the hole punch, but it's another building strength in those hands and squeezing. But I just took my picture and I put a hole in him, anywhere in him, okay? And I can do a couple things. I could take string and I could practice stringing it through. You might want to use a shoelace or something a little thicker, easier for the kids to hold on to. And I could make a sequence of what happens in Brown Bear. So brown bear, what did you see? I saw a red bird looking at me. Put that in there. Again, something a little stronger would work better, but that's what Miss Jamie had in the house. Red bird, what did you see? I saw a yellow duck looking at me. Quack, quack, and put it in. So you get the gist. You can go through all the animals and you can make a sequence of them. You could also just take your animals after they color them and hide them around the house and do like hide and go seek and try and find them. Go through that way. You could also take some Play-Doh or something kind of harder and put it in here. And you could take a straw and put it in so it's like that. And then you can also practice putting these on the straw. Just make sure it's, your hole is big enough. My sand isn't too thick, hard enough, but Play-Doh would work good, so you could practice putting them through here. Now, if you can't print, like Miss Jamie couldn't print in color, and she was struggling to print things today, so if you can't print anything, maybe we had a week of Pringle loving over here, and I saved the tops, and you can practice, cut holes in them, Mom and Dad, and practice putting them on here or on the string. And here's from frosting. Just practice putting it on. Oatmeal. Ooh, that one's a little harder. I have to use my muscles or turn it around. So you can practice putting it on different things, putting it on the string, just building some of that fine motor. Again, you can use all sorts of words to work on these. Put on, put in, finished, more, I like. So all different types of things you can ask about what animal comes next. Again, if you're doing something like that and asking about what animal comes next, it's okay to show them in the book or show them, they can listen to me and see what comes next. So, brown bear, what do you see? And then you could say, do you think it's a red bird? Yes. There's the red bird. And you could trick them and say a different animal instead of yellow duck next, maybe the purple cat. So there's some ways you can do. Those are some activities you can do this week with Brown Bear. So I hope you enjoyed those. Sorry I'm a little scattered today. Like I said, my space is getting smaller and smaller and covered with more stuff. I gotta put some stuff away. Having brought it back from school, it's been all over, so I gotta find space for it. So have a great week, and I would love to see the different ways that you string this week, or in the different bears that you make. Okay, the different chains and how you like to rip them apart. Work on all those good things. All right, we'll see you later. Bye.